The UK government has given the green light to the resumption of the controversial gas drilling technique known as fracking. But the method's heavily criticised for its destructive environmental impact, including causing massive water pollution and even earthquakes. RT's Polly Boyker takes up the story.
Cuadrilla is the only company with a licence to conduct fracking in the UK. But that's all set to change now that the government has given its blessing for the controversial method of extracting shale gas from underground. Cuadrilla already operates several wells here in Lancashire, but the divisive technology was temporarily banned last year. And with good reason too. The fracking taking place here caused 2 minor earthquakes.
I've never felt an earthquake. It was terrifying, I'll be honest with you. Our local MP, he's doing very little. He said, I don't know a lot about it. Well, he should know a lot about it. You are going to turn this country into a third world country to line shareholders' pockets. This is not going to benefit us, and it's going to be a legacy, a toxic legacy, for our children.
Hundreds of miles away in London, the capital's outspoken mayor calls shale gas the answer to the nation's prayers, and the reserves in Lancashire a miracle. But for residents here in this tranquil corner of England, it's a blight on their otherwise peaceful community. And the prospect of more fracking sweeping the countryside is frightening.
They keep talking about it being in Lancashire, but people aren't aware that there's reserves all the way down. I think at the moment it's all about gas bonanza and how much better off we'll be, but at what cost?
The technology may raise fears, but the promise of riches from the rush for shale gas has set politicians' pulses racing, despite mounting opposition, which has spread beyond Lancashire.
Shale gas extraction using hydraulic fracturing techniques is a high-risk activity which has many benefits for foreign investors, but very little benefit for the people of Britain.
Fracking is a dirty energy. It pollutes groundwater. It is a short-term and not very intelligent solution to energy problems.
They're going to get money out of it, aren't they? Granting licences and being corrupt. All governments will do anything for money.
I think it's just a resource money. They can just get the money, so it's not really in the country's best interest, I don't believe, to do it that way.
Brussels isn't convinced either. The European Parliament is reportedly considering regulating the budding shale gas industry, concerned that Britain doesn't know what it's doing by throwing itself wholeheartedly into the controversial practice.
At the minute, we are not self-sufficient in gas and haven't been for a very long time. We were, but in actual fact, we import about half our gas. Now, we see that in the US, gas prices are a quarter of what they were. In actual fact, their CO2 output, their CO2 footprint is much less. So there are many reasons why shale gas, if it can be made to work in the UK, would be attractive in terms of security of supply and also probably in terms of price stability.
And that's what's drowning out the warnings. Bringing down people's energy bills means politicians and big business can press ahead, even though those living in the shadow of fracking facilities know that the government is playing with fire. Polly Boyko, RT, Lancashire.